Excuse me, I have a cold. Thought I would jump on here. My hair's not done or anything, but whatever. It's gonna bother me now. Anyway, thought I would jump on here and just talk about something that I started doing last year that I think is very important, that I think a lot of people just, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to do this video, so I'm doing it. So, first of all, I am not this pink. Yeah, and my lipstick doesn't look like that either. I wish things translated well. But anyway, I have makeup on today, which is a big thing for me. So, actually, my lipstick kind of matches that. Okay, so sustainability. It's something that you hear everybody talking about. And when I went out and I was like, okay, last year I wanted to make, one of the things I wanted to do was make an effort to do my small part for, the environment and whatnot. And because I do think, yes, me doing it by myself is not going to make a huge impact, but if we all make small changes, then that will be a big change. So, a lot of the things that I went out and found were way out of my price range. We are on a very strict budget, so it's not like we can go buy let's just go buy all the reusable baggies. Like, I would love to do that, but those are very expensive, so probably not going to happen. So these are just things that we did last year that I think really almost anybody can do. I'm never going to say everybody can do it because everybody has a different, I'm getting very hot. Sorry. Budget and where you're at and that kind of thing. But these are just things that to think about. And the most important thing is just make the change you can make. If you can make all of them, fantastic. If you can just make one, pick one. If you spread them out over time, we did that with some of them. So just pick one and make that change and go from there. Just do what you can. Some of these, it doesn't take any money to do them. So yeah, do that. And if you have a really small budget, pick something that fits your budget. Just make a change. Sorry, I'm very swollen. I have tonsillitis. So yeah, but I wanted to get on here and do this because my kids are back to school today and I have time. So the first thing is something that actually we have done for a long time, but we kind of tried to do more of it last year, and that is shopping secondhand. So there are some things that I'm never going to buy secondhand, like underwear. It's not something that I want to do. But first of all, we don't throw away anything that could be of use to someone else. So we donate to our local Goodwill anything that could be of use to someone else that we don't need. When we moved last year, we got rid of so much stuff. We just cleaned out, as a lot of people do when they move. And actually this month I'm doing a 30-day declutter challenge. So we're decluttering even more, just getting stuff out. But don't just throw it in the trash. Don't just send it to a landfill. If it's something that is still useful, take it to Goodwill, take it to the Salvation Army, wherever your local donations can be taken, take it there. There's no reason not to, And then also from that point of view, if there's something you think that you can get secondhand, go check your thrift shop before you just go buy it at a big box store. Why not? You're probably going to end up saving money if you can find it. And it's better for the environment because you're not having to buy a new product. Second thing that we did, which we did over time, is switch to reusable straws. We're not a huge straw family anyway, but my kids use them. After we graduated from, sippy cups, they still like to have a straw. So we switched to reusable straws. We have some stainless steel, and then we do have some that are like the plastic, but they're not the throwaway plastic kind, of the kind you use over and over and over again. We have some silicone ones. So find the ones that you like. There is a variety of prices for them, so you can get them really cheap. I just got a pack of the silicone kind in the Target dollar spot. It was $3 for 4 straws. I can do that. And we did, we added to our straw collection over time. And we found out that the kids really don't like the stainless steel ones, and that's okay. Lydia's a straw chewer, so we got the silicone kind. So reusable straws. Tying into that, reusable water bottles. Put down the plastic water bottle that you get and you throw away after one use. Really, anything that's a one-use plastic, anything you can do to get rid of that out of your life. There are some things that I still use baggies. I haven't made that switch yet. But if you can make that switch, get one of these bad boys and fill it up. And you can take this in if you go out to eat somewhere, and use it. I'm talking like fast food. If you go to a restaurant, they most of the time use regular glasses anyway, but you know what I mean. So I got this at the Target dollar spot, $3, or I'm pretty sure it's $3. I just got this one. And I like it because it tells you when to drink stuff. Although it does have 12 a.m. instead of 12 p.m., which I think is funny. I hurt my finger, so I had to cut all my nails off. Side note. But yeah, that you can get super affordable. Yes, this is still plastic. My husband and I have stainless steel ones that we use most of the time, that we budgeted for in our budget. And then we ended up getting them on sale, so that it did fit into our budget. But you know, I will use this until it breaks. So that is going to replace a lot of plastic bottles that I would have used otherwise. And just fill it up in your sink. If you don't like the way your water tastes, save up. We totally lucked out, and when we moved into our new house, and the previous owners had actually installed a water filtration system. We didn't know it until we moved in. It was an amazing bonus. I don't know why this because this side is darker. But you could get like a Brita for your water spout, or one of those. At the old house, we used one of the jugs that goes in your fridge. And again, make it fit your budget. So save up for that if that's something you can do, if you don't like the flavor of your water out of your faucet. Recycle. This one, affordability is going to totally depend on where you live and how your town or city or apartment building or anywhere like that does it. But it's such an important one. We didn't recycle at the old house. When we moved here, the recycling part was already on the trash plan. So we do it. And I'm adamant about doing it now that we do. And I cannot go back to not. When I saw the difference, and we don't use a lot, like we don't use water bottles, we don't use a ton of canned food and that kind of thing, but everything that you can recycle. And when I did the research for our specific area, because what you can recycle also depends on your recycling program in your area, but there's so much that you can recycle now, and that doesn't go in a landfill. Wonderful. Touching on that, kind of branching from that, if you use the plastic bags from, your Walmart or whatever grocery store, I know Kroger and Walmart both have recycling bins for those. So don't throw them in the trash, collect them and recycle them. And that now you can do like bread bags and what do they call it? Ziploc bags that you tear the zip off. That unfortunately still goes in the landfill, but recycle those. And if it's in your budget, replace those with reusable shopping bags. That is something that I wanted to do last year, and I did it. We did it over time because that can be a pricey thing to do right up front. They have cheap ones. They have more expensive ones. Pick the ones that you like and that fit your budget, and buy them over time. So, buy one bag when you go shopping this month, and then next month when you're going grocery shopping, buy another one. Fit it into your budget in the way that you can. Now, if you have no budget, hey, do what you need to survive first, obviously. But if you have, an extra 50 cents, that's how much the Walmart reusable bags are. So grab yourself a 50-cent Walmart reusable bag this week, and maybe next week do the same thing, and then you're going to have your bags that you can use. And you don't have to remember to take your plastic bags. Now, I still end up with plastic bags. I think we all do, but I do recycle those now. and I use reusable bags. Well, now all the time, but whenever possible. So this is getting long. I'm going to try to get through here. I went to the, dryer balls are something that I never really thought about. I didn't really use dryer sheets, but my husband grew up using them. So then when we got married, sorry, I heard a noise. I started using them. First of all, chemicals. Second of all, goes into the landfill. You don't really think about it. I didn't think about it. And then, so we invested in this one is kind of gross. I apologize. In dryer balls. And I got these, they're the wool dryer balls. I got a pack of 3 at Target. You can get them pretty much anywhere now. And they're, again, something you can buy expensive ones or they have more affordable ones. My pack of 3 cost $10 and we just fit it into our budget one month. I need to get new ones because they last, I think they're supposed to last like 1,000 washes, although mine are still working. They're just looking gross from stain because I tried the whole put essential oil on it for smell. I don't think that works. But that's okay. I do still buy dryer sheets, but I buy the Mrs. Meyer brand from Target. They are way expensive, but the way I afford them is I buy 1 box every 6 months or so-ish. And because I only use dryer sheets with towels. I cannot do towels without dryer sheets. I just can't. I tried. I just need them. But the Mrs. Meyers are a good option because they are actually biodegradable and they are definitely a more natural choice than your other brands that are just chemicals on a sheet. I will say if you switch to the dryer balls or if you switch to like a more natural, we have, unfortunately, in our family, my son and I have really sensitive skin. So we have to be very careful about switching out our laundry detergent. We stopped using softener altogether, but the laundry detergent we haven't switched away from because we have such sensitive skin. But why was I saying that? I lost my train of thought. If I think of it, I'll keep it. Okay. Another thing to do is, and some people are going to be grossed out by this, but I have used bar soap, Dove bar soap, which I know is not the most natural thing in the world, but I love it. And I have used it forever and never thought about it. You're not buying a plastic bottle that body wash comes in. I haven't been doing that. I've been saving that plastic bottle for months, for years. Just by using bar soap, they come in cardboard boxes that you can recycle. And it's soap. Yeah, so try that out. This one you learned, I thought you still learned it. I mean, we learned it in school, but reduce your water usage. Make sure that you are turning your water off while you're brushing your teeth, that you aren't running your water unnecessarily. I mean, that's one that I think everybody knows. I'm assuming they still teach it in school. I hope they do. And with that, take shorter showers, that kind of thing. Like my kids would love to fill the bath up all the way every time they get a bath, but I'm like, no, we don't want to waste water. And now they'll say, oh, we got to turn it off. I don't want to waste water. You don't need that much to get clean. And tying into that, I'm like, woo, today. But electrical usage, unplug what you're not using. Those 2 things are going to save you money anyway. And it literally doesn't take any effort other than to be mindful and conscious of, oh, turn that water off and, hey, I'm not using this, unplug it. Don't leave all your stuff plugged in. It's pulling energy, which is going to run your bill up, and it is bad for the environment. The less energy that we can use, the better it is. I mean, if you're on solar, that's great, but I can't afford that, so. So one change that we made that I still get people that look at me like I'm a crazy person, but we no longer in our house use napkins or paper towels. What? I know. Now our kids are older. They are 3 and 5. I say older. They're not old. They're 3 and 5. 3 and 6. Oh my goodness. And 18. But we have, and it took a little while, gotten them to where we're like, you don't need a napkin every time you take a bite or whatever. Wash your hands at the end of the meal. Your hands probably are not going to get that dirty. The exception being if you're eating something that's naturally messy, like with kids' spaghetti, ribs, that kind of thing. But instead of using napkins or paper towels, I went and Target Dollar Spot once again. They had and I think they do still do it every once in a while, but they had for $1 a piece last spring or summer, cotton towels. And they're very thin. I wouldn't actually want to use them for like trying to dry dishes or anything. They're not going to pick up that much, but they're square. They're very thin. I could get them, but they're just 100% cotton towels, and they were $1. I stocked up. I got like 10 of those things. We use them now. If you're going to be having a messy meal, we get them a little bit damp, put them on the table, and that's what we use for our napkins. Throw them in the washer. Then they also, now I use them instead of paper towel. Anything I would have used paper towel before, cleaning my windows and mirrors, use the cotton towel. Excuse me. Anything that I even drain bacon. I have a specific bacon towel now that I will, like, we have bacon like twice a year, but drain my bacon on, or better than that, you don't need to drain your bacon if you make it in the oven. And if you didn't know about that, you're welcome. Google it. And then at the end, you just take your cookie sheet. And if you don't have a bacon jar and you're not a vegan or a vegetarian, kudos to you though are. I am not. Why don't you have a bacon jar if you're not? Because, bacon grease is the heart of all good cooking. Not really, but collect your bacon grease, man. If you're going to make green beans and potatoes, you need some bacon grease for that. Come on. But anyway, moving on, because I have been talking for 16 minutes. So I covered that. I covered everything. So covered it quickly, but just pick one thing, pick a couple of things. Most of those things aren't really going to cost you anything. So it doesn't put you out anything to make a tiny difference for our earth. Because, wow, have you seen what's going on out there? And if we all make these tiny changes, those tiny changes can become one big change. So do what you can. Make it fit your budget. Make it fit your life. Make a change. Let's go into 2020 and make the world a better place. I hope your 2020 is starting great, and I will 2020. Barbara Walters, this is 2020. No. Okay, I'm getting off here because I'm going crazy. Bye, guys.